In a world where the cost of living varies significantly, Africa stands out as a continent offering diverse opportunities for affordable living. As of 2024, several African countries provide a cost-effective lifestyle without compromising on the richness of cultural experiences and natural beauty. In this video, we shall be taking a look at the top 10 cheapest countries to live in Africa 2024. 10. Kenya. The 10th cheapest country to live in Africa is Kenya. The country has a cost of living index of 39.26. Although your lifestyle and choice of wares and amenities could alter your expenses, Kenya remains relatively cheap. The country is rated as being 45% cheaper than the USA, and Nairobi, its largest city, is 50% cheaper than London. The average cost of living in Kenya ranges from $700 to $2,000 per month. 9. Zambia. Zambia, a southern African country, occupies the 9th spot among the cheapest countries to live in Africa. This beautiful country, considered to be one of the most stunning, friendly, varied, and untouched countries in Africa, has a cost of living index of 35.59. Although the cost of living in the country is relatively high compared to some of its neighbors, it is still one of the most affordable countries to live on the continent. As a landlocked country, Zambia imports most of its products from its neighbors, making them significantly costlier. Average cost of living in the country is around $600 to $1,200, depending on size of family and lifestyle. 8. Tanzania. With a cost of living index of 35.07, Tanzania comes in as the 8th cheapest country to live in Africa. This East African country is well renowned for its majestic game reserves and tall mountains. The cost of living in the country varies, with its largest city, Dar es Salaam, having a higher cost of living than other parts of the country. On average, however, Tanzania remains a relatively inexpensive country. Cost of living in the country only averages between $700 to $1,500. 7. Morocco. Morocco is a gem located in North Africa, and is one of the most popular countries on the continent. Officially known as the Kingdom of Morocco, this country not only offers some of the best standards of living in Africa, it does so at a relatively cheap cost. The cost of living index of Morocco is pegged at 34.59, making it one of the cheapest places in the world to live in. This laid-back and beautiful country is one of Africa's wealthiest and has some of its most spectacular scenery. While the cost of amenities like accommodation, transportation, and utilities can vary depending on the city, food is generally available and cheap. 6. Rwanda. Rwanda is a beautiful country located in East Africa, and is one of the fastest-growing countries in Africa. The country has even been dubbed the Singapore of Africa, due to its massive infrastructural developments and high quality of living. Rwanda is the 6th cheapest place to live on the continent and has a cost of living index of 34.01. This small country also has the fastest growing economy in Africa at 8.7% growth rate. 5. Nigeria. Nigeria is the most populated country in Africa, and it has the continent's largest economy. The country is regarded as the 5th cheapest country to live on the continent. Outside the traditional playground for the rich in parts of Lagos and Abuja, the rest of the country has a relatively low cost of living. With more than half of its population living in extreme poverty, the Nigerian government has had to subsidize the price of some basic commodities. Nigeria has a cost of living index of 31.75, making it one of the least expensive countries to live on the continent. 4. Uganda. This small Central African country is nicknamed the Pearl of Africa. The country gets its nickname from the bodies of water abound its borders. The country, despite its beauty, remains one of the cheapest places to live in Africa. Uganda has a cost of living index of 31.72, making it the 4th cheapest place to live in Africa. 3. Algeria. Officially known as the People's Republic of Algeria, this North African country is considered the largest country on the entire African continent. Algeria is ranked the 3rd least expensive place to live in Africa. It has a cost of living index of 30.54. Algeria is one of the handful of countries that have achieved 20% poverty reduction in the past 2 decades. The Algerian government took significant steps to improve the well-being of its people by implementing social policies in line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The country's oil boom has enabled the government to service Algeria's external debt, invest in infrastructure projects, and improve the country's human development indicators. The country also offers free healthcare to its citizens. 2. Egypt. Egypt is one country that may not strike as being inexpensive given its large tourism. However, the country is ranked as the second cheapest country to live in Africa. The country is very appealing for foreigners and tourists as it offers some of the world's most amazing wonders along with natural beauty and ancient temple and tombs. This North African giant has a cost of living index of 29.09. In addition to a low cost of living, investment opportunities by way of real estate are also growing in appeal. This has led to a boom in Egypt's real estate. Housing is, however, relatively cheap in the country. 1. Tunisia. The cheapest country to live in Africa is the small, beautiful Mediterranean nation of Tunisia. The country is Africa's least expensive country and the fifth least expensive place in the world. With a population of 11 million people, Tunisia has a cost of living index of 25.43. Food and housing are relatively cheap in the country and the country is considered 94 times cheaper to live in than New York. So, there you have it, viewers. The top 10 cheapest countries to live in Africa. Do you live in any of these countries or have you visited any of them before? If you have, please share your thoughts with us about the cost of living and expenses in any of the countries in the comments section. Also, make sure to give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, so you don't miss any of our future uploads. Thanks for watching this one, catch you all in the next.